A Brexit trade and security deal could emerge by the end of the week, the Irish Prime Minister has claimed. Michael Martin said he was hopeful that the outlines of a Brexit deal will soon be made available to European Union leaders. But he warned that remains to be seen and still depends on political decisions to be taken by Downing Street and Brussels. Talks between chief negotiators Michel Barnier and Lord Frost have resumed online today after a recent coronavirus outbreak in the EU team, Mr. Martin said. President Ursula von der Leyen did say to the EU leaders last Thursday night that there are texts now on all areas. I would be hopeful that by the end of this week we could see the outline of a deal. That remains to be seen. It's down to political will. One must remain hopeful that a deal can be arrived at. Mr. Barnier is expected to travel to London towards the end of the week if an agreement looks likely. The Frenchman spokesman said progress had been made on putting pen to paper on the Brexit deal but warned fundamental divergences remain. The aide added, the negotiations between EU and UK continued over the weekend, online, of course. Michel Barnier and David Frost have meetings at their level every day. We are continuing to work hard for a deal. While some progress has been made in drafting a legal text, significant, fundamental divergences remain in the three key areas of level playing field, fisheries and governance. Amid reports of an temporary, emergency Brexit deal, Mr. Barnier's official spokesman added, you either have deal or you don't have a deal, to be absolutely clear. At the end of the year, the UK leaves the EU's single market and customs union. There is no possibility to extend the transition period beyond that point. As you know, that date, January 1st, is set in stone. We are trying to get a deal for that to make sure a future partnership agreement is in place with the UK on January 1st. Negotiators have just 5 weeks to broker an agreement before the end of the transition period on December 31st. Parliament, EU member states and the European Parliament are also expected to rubber stamp any Brexit trade deal before it can enter into force. Chancellor Rishi Sunak yesterday insisted Britain must not sell out in order to strike a Brexit deal in the coming days. He said the coronavirus pandemic is a bigger threat to the economy than a failure to reach an agreement with Brussels.